Yo, I did something crazy. I got something that I never really imagined that I would ever get. I spoke about it before on the channel. Anyway, man, without further ado, let's get right into it. Intro!
You should come rolling my
Yo, what up? My name is Vladimir Riché from chaseandwriter.com. In today's video, we're going to talk about something that I did that I said in the past that I would never do. So some of you might call me a hypocrite for this one, and that's cool. Although that's not exactly what I said. Anyway, we'll get to all that. But at this stage in my career in menswear, there's hardly anything that I haven't done, good or bad. But this one is definitely a first for me. It's not really a first because I've done it when I was younger, maybe like 18 or 19. But it's definitely a first since, I started to get into menswear. So what am I talking about? Check this out.
Here's how I feel about black suits. And for the record, I'm not wearing a black suit. This is a midnight navy suit. But even with the midnight navy, I bought that suit out of necessity because I was working at a job where you have to wear a black suit. And I wasn't gonna wear a black suit, So I got myself a midnight navy suit. Black suits to me aren't necessary. Like, you don't need a black suit in your wardrobe. With tuxedo, sure. If you want a tuxedo to be black, get a black tuxedo. But if we're talking about having a black suit in your rotation, black is one of the least versatile suit color there is.
So yeah, that's me back in 2019. Anyway, so last year I did a video where I reviewed a suit from Claro. It was a tweed suit in light brown. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it somewhere up here. I will also include it in the description. In that video, I mentioned that I did like the suit, although I wasn't fully satisfied, especially with the jacket, because the quarters were closed. And I'm an open quarters kind of guy, so it's not a jacket that I wear out. Like, I wear it when I'm making videos and those types of things because I'm sitting down. But it's not a jacket that you would catch me wearing outside because I don't do close quarters jackets. For those of you who aren't familiar, close quarters means under the buttoning point, the skirt kind of overlaps, versus an open quarters jacket is kind of like this. So I typically refer to it as an X-shaped jacket and a Y-shaped jacket. So the open quarters is like an X shape versus the close quarters is a Y shape. And the Claro suit jacket from last year actually came in a Y shape. I did reach out to them after I got the jacket to express my thoughts on it and how it's not really my style. The thing is, we never really discussed this. I just assumed that they would make me an X-shaped jacket because I've seen some of their work for other people and the jackets have always been X-shaped. So what they explained to me was, it's not bespoke, it's made to measure, but typically the companies have their own patterns already laid out. And depending on the measurement that you enter, that's what can determine what kind of quarters you get. And because I don't have the perfect model type body, right? My jacket couldn't be made in an X shape, at least on their old pattern. So they had reached back out to me after we had that conversation, and they explained that they spoke to their cutter and they said that they can definitely accomplish an X-shaped jacket for me. So the goal was to make another suit so that we can try it again. And this is exactly what this video is about. I finally got the suit and we're going to get into all the details. But the part that makes this a first is because it's a black suit, man. I've never been into black suits. I've never recommended a black suit. Although what I said was,
if you already have 10 suits and you want your 11th suit to be a black suit, by all means, but most of us don't have 10 suits. Enough with that black suit.
A black suit is not versatile to where you would get that within your first 5 to 10 suits. But if you want your 11th suit to be a black suit because you like them, by all means, I don't feel like they're necessary. So a lot of people feel like you need a black suit. I don't feel like you need a black suit. There are so many other colors that can play the same role, such as charcoal gray, midnight navy. I don't feel like it's something that's needed. But in my case, we're talking about between suits and sport coats, probably about 30 pieces. So it was definitely time for me to try something new. Now, saying all this, I'm still not a fan of a worsted black suit because I just feel like that's just way too heavy. So what I did was I went with a flannel, which we'll be looking at shortly. And the reason why I went with the flannel, a few years ago, my guy Angel Ramos was selling a pair of black flannel trousers. And that probably was the first time I've ever even noticed black flannel. But when I saw it back then, I was like, you know what? Black flannel is not bad, man, because it doesn't carry the same type of heaviness that a worsted wool would carry, right? Because with flannel, it kind of has a texture to it, doesn't have that shininess that you find with worsted wool. So it does take the edge off black a little bit. So I said to myself, if I ever get a black suit, it would probably be a black flannel suit or something with some kind of texture. So fast forward a few years later, when Calaro said they'll make me another suit, I browsed their website. The first thing that I selected actually wasn't the black flannel, but that fabric ended up being sold out. So I was like, man, that's the universe talking to me saying that, Vlad, this is finally your time to get a black suit. So here we are. If you want to kill it in 2025, I have a free training called Dress to Impress. We talk about fall and winter menswear because you definitely have to dress for the season. We talk about the best shoes to wear for any occasion. And we also talk about accessories because a lot of guys either overdo it or they don't really use accessories to their benefit. The link will be somewhere in the description. Click on that if you want to attend the next one. Once again, it's free. Now back to the video. Let's take a look, man. I have the suit laid out right here for you. And as you can see, it's black. which is kind of crazy. The funny thing is when I took it out of the box when I got it, even though I knew it was a black suit, it still threw me off a little bit when I opened the box and saw that it was black. You know what I mean? Because I've never owned a black suit before. Where I did when one of my good friends died, I probably was 19 years old, and the salesman at Macy's told me, I should be getting a black suit for the funeral. And that's what I did. So I did own a black suit back then, and but that was the last time. Since I started wearing suits again back in 2005, 2006, a black suit was never something that even crossed my mind. But yeah, here we are, man. So took it out of the box, got over the part that, okay, it's a black suit. And it's everything I could have asked for and more. And I came to a big realization about black suits, which I'll talk about as we go through the video. But as you can see, it's a 2-button suit cut in a Neapolitan style. So the wider lapel, the softer shoulders. One thing that I did different, I added patch pockets. Black suits are kind of serious, so you don't typically see patch pockets on a black suit. But I wanted to do something different. Being that it's a flannel suit, which is a little bit more business casual, let's say, compared to a worsted suit, I felt like the patch pockets would be a nice look. Now, as far as the weight of the fabric, I would say it's more of a 3-season flannel. It's 350 grams, so which is not something that you can wear if it's, warm out. But you can definitely wear it in the fall, the winter, and the spring, obviously depending on the temperature. But 350 is heavy-ish. But I would say once you start getting into 400, those are your really heavier flannels. So this is like a mid-weight, I would say, leaning towards the heavier side. Let's just look at the jacket and then we'll talk about the trousers. All right, so this is the jacket. And of course, we went with side vents. On the inside, it doesn't say where the fabric is from. Although it is an Italian fabric, I have my assumptions on what it could be. But the Calaro website doesn't specify the mill that the fabric is from. So that's why you only see the Calaro tag on the inside. A couple pockets in here. I have a pen pocket here and a regular inside pocket there. And once again, we went with the wider lapels. Those are about 4 inches. Now let's look at the trousers. The trousers come with side tabs, as you can see here, with the long extended waistband and the single belt buckle for the extended waistband. This is something that I missed out on when I did my previous order because it's under the options, but I missed it. This time I reached out to them and I said, I've seen other guys have the extended waistband with the single belt loop, and they told me where it was. So if you're ordering from Calaro, that is an option. Now, some of the changes that I did with the trousers compared to my first order. Number one, we widen everything. So from the thigh to the knee to the hem. Because if you guys remembered in my last video, I had mentioned that this was going to be my first trousers where I wanted the hem to be bigger than 8 inches. Although I didn't really give them a measurement, I just sent them some pictures. So they ended up making it 8.5, which to me wasn't a big jump from 8 to 8.5. I didn't really notice a big difference. So this time what we settled on is 9.5. So the whole thing is 19 inches all around. And these are my best fitting trousers to date. This is one of those things that I wish I started sooner. I wish I started making my trousers bigger. Not that 8 inches look bad on me because they didn't. Considering that I have small feet, I wear 7 UK. So 8 inches fit just fine. But I just wanted something Pause, by the way. I just wanted something that was going to drape a little bit better. And this is perfect. Now, that's not to say I'm going to stay at 9.5. I might even try 10. You know, we don't know. But right now, 9.5 is really, really nice on me. I did try 9 before. 9 was okay, but I feel like 9.5 is the sweet spot. But I probably will try 10 just to see how I like it. But I definitely love the way that the 9.5 hem look on me. The pins definitely drape a lot better. Now, as far as the pleats, we went with double forward pleats. Forward pleats are the pleats that face the fly versus reverse pleats are the pleats that face the pockets. That's really the biggest difference between them. As far as which one is better than the other, I think it comes down to preference. There's not really like a huge difference. Typically, my off-the-back trousers have reverse pleats. So whenever I go custom, I usually get forward pleats. The front rise is 14 inches, which is what I always go for. I just think that they look great. Now, I did start wearing bigger cuffs. 2.25 inches is what I wear now, but Calaro's capped at 2 inches. I may take it to my tailor to have him increase the cuffs if there's enough fabric, but if there isn't, I'm fine with the 2-inch cuffs. But yeah, these are the trousers, man. Now let's talk about the suit in general, and the biggest issue that I had with the last one was it resolved with this one. The good news, Calaro really knocked this suit out of the park, and to date, it's my best fitting suit, hands down. They definitely nailed the X-shaped jacket compared to the last one that was closed. To me, Calaro's custom program is one of the best in the industry. What I really love about them is that they offer a trial suit for you to try to make sure that it fits. Now, the trial jacket is not something that you can wear out or anything like that. It's a basted jacket. Its sole purpose is for you to try it on to see how the fit is, take some pictures and send it back to them. So if you were trying Calaro for the first time, I would highly recommend that you do the trial jacket and the trial pants. I believe they're $90 each. So I would definitely do that just for the peace of mind of knowing that the jacket is going to fit. As far as sizing, they recommend that you try an existing suit that fits you well, and you can take some pictures in that suit and send it to them. Another option that they have is you can actually mail your garment. If you're not comfortable taking measurements of the garment yourself, you can mail it into them and then they can take the measurements there. Another option they have is like a Zoom call when they can walk you through the measurements. So Calaro is one of these companies that's been doing classic menswear custom for a long time, and they really take it serious because their goal is for you to have a garment that fits you better than your ready-to-wear garments. So they really go above and beyond to make sure that the fit is going to work. That's why they have plenty of options for you to do that. But yeah, $1,142 will be the price for this one. And I'm so happy with this suit. I can't wait to get my next one from Calaro. As far as the cost for this suit, I didn't pay for this suit. Calaro sent me this suit so that I can review for you guys, because I did say in my last video that hopefully they can do one with open quarters and I would be reporting back. So this is me reporting back from that last video. But if somebody were to get the same exact one and to get the features that I got, this suit would cost you $1,142. Add $180 to that if you were to do a trial suit. But yeah, this is definitely a brand that I highly recommend. I had a little bit of doubt for bigger guys like me, where they probably wouldn't be able to do an X-shaped jacket, but they have proved me wrong and they've definitely executed this time. So this is crazy. Like, once again, this is my best fitting suit that I ever had. Now, I was saying before, this suit made me realize something, and it really makes me realize how much guys love black suits, man. Like, I posted a picture on Instagram when I first got the suit of me wearing it. I posted it on Instagram and Facebook. And some of the comments I was getting, actually, I'm still getting comments on there, is different than any comments I've gotten before on my other suits. You know, it's like there's something about the black suit that people just love. And it's definitely something that I took for granted. I still wouldn't recommend a black suit within your first 10 suits if you can help it. But there's definitely a place in your wardrobe for a black suit. Actually, I'll be making a video on 3 ways that you can wear a black suit. And of course, you know, when you have a more casual fabric like flannel, it opens up more doors for you, because if it's a worsted black suit, it's very hard to dress that down, versus when it's flannel, has patch pockets, you can definitely dress it down. So I'll be making a video on the 3 ways to wear a black suit. But yeah, man, I'm really, really glad that I went that route. I know it took a long time for me to finally see the light, but a black suit is definitely something I would say guys need to try. I know a lot of guys that wouldn't come close to a black suit, and I'm hoping that with me wearing it and talking about it and making more videos, videos on it. It can kind of change some minds for guys to give it a shot. I still don't recommend a worsted one, but depending on the season, you can do like a black linen. I would recommend the patch pockets because once again, that allows you to dress it down even more. But you can still dress it up, you know what I mean? Because black is still black at the end of the day, still a serious color. But yeah, I think it's something that guys should try, man. And I'm talking to mostly my Sartorio brothers out there because I know that you got a ton of suits in multiple colors. So if you want to try something different, I would say definitely try on a black suit. Now, I'm no Steve Harvey. You know, I'm not saying everyone needs to get a black suit. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if you already have your bases covered with your navies, your grays, your browns, even your greens, I feel like all those colors would come ahead of black. But I would say black is definitely something that you should try because when I wear this suit, the comments I've been getting is different. You know what I mean? I wasn't anticipating that. I should have known though, because whenever I talk about black suits, I would get a lot of hate comments. Like people saying, man, you know, you don't know what you're talking about. Tom Ford always wear black suits, as if I really care what Tom Ford always wears. But I wasn't anticipating for the love to be so strong about black suits. But yeah, people do love black suits, man. I think that every guy should try it. Once you get your bases covered, that is. So let me know in the comments, man. How do you feel about black suits? I happen to love them now. Hit the thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe, or everybody gonna think that you're a hater. And I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.